Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. So we have worked on these cities and the countries tabbing, right? So now we need to show the cities list. So right now we don't have any API and all those things. Let's try to create some fake API which we are trying to do in this React series. Like we will start our own local server like JSON server. So for this one what we need to do is, so let's stop this build and I am installing the JSON server. So JSON-server. So let's install the JSON server. So if you want to know more details about this JSON server, so you can type in the Google JSON server. So you will be able to get this JSON-server. So here if you try to see, so how to install it and what are the different types of options available, you can be able to see. So readme, I think it's still loading, I don't know. Okay, so you will be able to see this one. So now as we have already installed it, so let's go back to our thing, and JSON server has been installed in the package.json. So we need to add the command. For this one what I will try to do is, so here this is our scripts and server. So I will be starting the JSON server. So JSON-server, I will watch the files, JSON files, and the files will be in the data/cities.json, and hyphen port will be 9000 or anything. Okay, so this is our thing. So for this one what we need to do is, we need to create a data folder in the source at the top, and here we need to have a cities.json file. So I will be having cities.json file. Okay, and here if you try to see, I will paste it. Oh sorry, so right now I have some data, so I will paste it, that whole data. So here this is our data. Okay, so here we are having some couple of cities, and these cities I will try to show you. Now here in order to open this one, so what we need to do is, so here I can run npm run server, and here we can write npm run dev. So we are running, so the server is also running, JSON server, yeah, it's had loaded. And if you want to know about these things, so localhost /9000 /questions. Previously we used to have the quiz questions, right? In the same scenario we will be having the cities. Now if you try to see here, we will be able to get 9000, not 9001, it should be 9000. At the time we used 9. So now we are able to get this one as JSON. So this JSON we will try to call the API and we need to use it. So right now what I will do is, I will call it in the API app.jsx file. So app.jsx file means it is the root file. All the time if it is not useful, if you are in the home page also it will be calling, but it should be called only in the cities thing. So when we are in the app/cities, afterwards we will do it. So first let's try to implement here only. So for this one when we need to call it, so we need to call this API when we are in the mounted. So for that one what we need to use, we need to use the useEffect. So useEffect, so I will be writing this useEffect, and here I will be writing the function. Okay, and this useEffect should be imported from the React. So we don't have any React, I think. So here I will be using import from React, and in this one we used to have useEffect. Okay, so we have imported this useEffect, and let's try to remove this page now as we are not using it. And in this useEffect, so what we need to do, we need to call the fetch cities. I will be having the fetch cities. So I will be calling the fetch cities, and here I will write async. So async function fetch cities, and this is our fetch cities, and here let response is equal to await fetch of. So I am using the await fetch of, and we will be having the cities URL, that is nothing but constant cities URL is equal to http localhost :9000/cities. This is our URL, right? And here let's try to type this URL, cities URL, and we got the response, let cities is equal to await response.json. So we will be having this response.json. Now here we should do one thing. So we are calling the cities, so await response.json, and we will console the cities, whether we are getting the output or not. We will try to see. So cities. Now if you try to see here, inspect element in our console, if you see here in our console, let's try to refresh it. So we are in the app cities. Now we are able to get the output. Fine, right? So we are getting the output, and now what we need to do here, so we will create a state variable, constant cities comma set cities is equal to use state we need to import this use state. I don't know why these all things are not coming in my system. Let me know in the comments why it is not coming, whether I need to install any extensions or what. So use state of empty. Okay, so now here what I will try to do, set cities of cities. So I will be setting the cities in the state variable. Now I need to send it to the app/cities. So for this one I need to send, sorry, not this one. So we need to create a component, so that in the cities list component we need to send it. So let's create the component cities list. So here in our pages, it is a pages, right? So here I will be creating cities list.jsx. Okay, this is our cities list, and export default function cities list. So we have created the city list. So here I will be writing the code cities list, and I will return div cities list. So let's write it like this. And in here in your app.jsx file, so here we are having the index element. In this one also I need to load cities list. So duplicating code, don't worry. So when we are learning the use context and all those things, then we will try to do this all the scenarios. And here also I will be writing the cities list. So we have added the cities list, and if you try to see here also, we are able to see the cities list. Now if you try to add some data, and here we are able to do it. Now that means we are successfully loading the cities. Now what I need to do, so here I need to send the cities data. So root index, so here I will send the cities is equal to cities. I will send the cities data. Okay, and here also I will send the cities data. So before loading the cities, what I need to do, I need to show some loading symbol, right? So for that loading symbol, what we can do is, so here I will add the loading. Okay, so we need to add the loading symbol also, right? So for that one we need to create the constant of loading and set loading. We will try to use the set loading is equal to use state of false. So first time it will be false. So for this one what I will do is, so here this is our use effect, right? So I will write this entire thing in the try, and here I will use the catch of e, and I will do console.log of e. Okay, and here we can have a finally, and in this one I will use set loading of false. So whether it is in a try or catch, it will be having it like this. So now here I will use set loading of true. Okay, that's it. So now we have used set loading of true. Now this loading we need to pass it into the cities list. So we will pass it into the cities list also. Loading is equal to loading. So don't worry about the duplicating thing. We'll handle the duplicated thing also. So loading, we are sending the loading. Now cities list, we are sending the loading and also the city as a props. So here we are getting the cities and also the loading. So these are the two things which we are getting. Now this one we are getting error. Why? Because so these are missing in props validation. So we need to implement the props validation. Now after getting the cities, what we need to do here, so we need to implement the coding. So for example, if you try to console.log of cities, let's see whether cities we are able to get it or not. And here in the inspect element we will see. Now if you see here in the console, so in the console if you try to see here, we are able to get all the cities list, right? Now and also another one which I want to tell you is, let's go to the components level and we will see the cities list. In the cities list, so we are able to get the props data also. So here this is our state props, and we are able to get the loading also. So now we have got the cities list in the cities list component. So we need to pre-populate these all the data as a tabular format here. In the next video we will try to do it, and also you'll try to show the loading symbol, and if any errors occurs or any cities are not available means, then also we need to show a message that the cities list is not available. So like that we will show it. So in the next video we will try to do it, and what I will do is I will commit this entire code in a new branch, that is video-126, and I will commit this code, entire code I will commit it, cities list useEffect, right? That's it. So if you have any doubts or anything, if you want to refer the code, means the GitHub repository URL is provided in the description below, so you can have it, take a look at that one. And if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.